Well, for years now, we've been following the meltdown of San Francisco's taxi industry and the misery it's caused for drivers.
The taxi medallion issues now in the hands of a judge, and a decision could come as soon as tomorrow. Wilson Walker shows us what's at stake.
25 years I've done this job. I've always complied with the rules and regulations. I'm just trying to earn an honest living.
It was late 2017 when I met Chris French, just one of the cab drivers getting crushed by the debt of something he worked a quarter century for. San Francisco's taxi medallions were envisioned as a city revenue maker and sold for $250,000. Almost simultaneously came ride sharing.
It's $250,000 now is worthless.
Not long after we met those drivers, we found where the vast majority of that debt was residing. San Francisco Federal Credit Union, which sued the city in 2018, claiming damages suffered through its taxi medallion loans.
Obviously, the damage figure changes over time, but at present, we're looking at least $155 million and rising.
Dan Bailey is an attorney representing the credit union. He says the city knows the program has failed.
Bottom line, in a public report, the city's own taxi industry experts said that the program was only stalled. But in a secret report that we obtained through discovery from a third party, that same expert said the program wasn't viable.
So their argument is that the city has effectively killed the medallion program just without declaring it dead, and if the medallions are no longer worth $250,000.
And in that instance, the city would have to make up the difference.
Important to remember, the credit union's case is theirs alone, and a credit union victory would not necessarily help struggling drivers. And while the city says it has not broken any contract, many drivers still feel cheated.
Do you feel like the city undercut you just by?
Yeah, I feel like they stabbed me in the back.
Now, the decision actually in front of the judge right now is, does the credit union have a case? Judge could say no and just throw the whole thing out, but the judge could let this proceed, and if they do, well, this whole thing will go before a jury. In San Francisco, Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.
Now, in a statement, the city attorney's office says the credit union is seeking a bailout at the expense of taxpayers. The city also says the lawsuit has made it impossible to negotiate any changes to the medallion program.